right, good morning and welcome to Delgado's Rants. Joe Delgado here, Indestructible Me. Follow us, subscribe, subscribe so we can keep you up to date, so we can get you to become indestructible. We're changing the world here and we need your help. Today, we're talking about a particular subject that fuels me pretty heavily. For an example, I have a list of topics to go through on this show. This is the show that gets you woke. We do it in the morning. We rise and grind. This is how we get prepared for the day, attack the day, and give us some perspective to kind of go through our day and hopefully live a more productive, healthier life. But I have a list of topics like on my desk, and I was just literally thinking about labels in general, and that just started that passion of mine. I was like, I ain't gonna look at that list. We're talking about labels today, baby. And you're probably just like, what the hell is he talking about? Is he talking about fabric? Nope. So a label, again, Google search, is a classifying phrase or name applied to a person or thing, especially one that is inaccurate or restrictive. I actually like this definition. It goes hand in hand with what I'm going to say. I have a question for you. Put in the comments, message me, ask me or answer me this. If I have cancer and I don't go to the doctors and get diagnosed with cancer, do I have cancer? That's the thing. And the reason why I asked that with labels is because do you really have it unless someone actually stamps that, boom, on your profile, on your paperwork, on your medical history? Do you actually have cancer? You could be walking around with it no matter what. It could be an actual tumor, a growth, or there could be a cancer in like your thoughts, your group of people. You might not know that you're having cancer in your life, or you might be the cancer until it's brought to notion, until you actually see it and confront the beast. And this is, I don't want to, I hope everyone pays attention to this whole entire episode and doesn't just jump off, because this is the same thing I feel like with mental illness and just everything in general. Right? If we use terms so loosely, and this is the reason why I like to give definitions. We just throw words out there all the time. And it's just crazy. Even love. Love is such a strong word. And I tell that to all the time, especially when I'm single on a date. But it's someone says, oh, I love this. I'm like, yeah, I just consciously aware of when I use things like that. Because if you use love to me, you love me and you don't know who I am, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't love me. You don't know who I am. How do you know you love me? But we just throw words just carelessly. And mental health terms we use carelessly all the time. Just thinking on the concept that, let's say that because I'm a passionate person, I sometimes fluctuate in emotions. I'll be still and calm and then I'll just bloop, fly right up. I've been labeled to have bipolar. Someone was like, man, because I just have a erratic set of emotions sometimes. I could just be working, calm, and then someone could say something that ignites something that I care about. But just think about if you're being told that all the time. You're getting stamped with a label. You're going to believe that you have it. And regardless of what it is. You could be told that you're an asshole your entire life, and then you could be telling yourself that you're an asshole, and then lo and behold, you meet someone new. Hi, I'm Joe Delgado, and I'm sorry that I'm an asshole. You apologize for yourself sorry, I'm an asshole, because it's just a common thing. It's a common label that you give to yourself. What type of labels are you plaguing with your life or with other people? This is with everything. Again, back to my question. If I don't go to the doctor and get diagnosed with cancer, do I still have cancer? If I don't go to a psychiatrist and get diagnosed with bipolar, do I still have bipolar? And think about the impact that it has once someone is labeled with something. If I don't have a professional with a piece of paper on the wall telling me that I have bipolar, I don't have the ability to actually physically tell anyone, hey, I have bipolar. And I'm not saying I do, by the way. I'm just saying this as an example. It might be a bad example, but stay with me. I try not to go on tangents on this important subject. But if I don't get diagnosed with bipolar, everyone treats me one way. But the moment I bring up, hey, I was just diagnosed with bipolar, boom. I guarantee you people will handle me differently. Once I have that influx of passion, people will immediately be like, yeah, that's because it's bipolar. And they'll just have to funnel it to this one thing and downgrade me to this one particular term. And we're humans. We're everything. We can be anything. It doesn't matter. You can have all the mental labels that they have out there. Great. You're still a human being. You're so fucking amazing. We label everything all the time. That's dumb. Hashtags are the worst now. That's the label. We're literally digitizing labeling now on hashtags and social media. We're perpetuating this mentality. We're saying dumbass words all the time. That's cap, or I don't even know. I don't know what the fuck is what people are saying. I can't get it. But what labels are you using? What labels are you using to define yourself or other people or other things? I talk about a lot of things, and I think this is actually the basis of this show. Most of these words that I've been going over: maniacal, brainwashing, obsession. These are all labels. You either have two ways to look at it, good and bad. You can use labels for a positive way, I would think, because there's always another side of the fence. If they're bad, because they are it's a tool. You can use this as a tool. You can use this to help brainwash you, which was yesterday's episode, which is super important. If you're not happy with something in your life, give it a shitty label. You're not happy with your health. Make it an avatar and call it something. A ding dong. Do you want to be a ding dong? No. Okay. Well, I gotta work out today. Boom. You can label yourself. It's actually, you can label something to cultivate change as long as you do something about it. If you label it and you don't do anything about it, then yeah, it's going to be very toxic. That's why we need a support. We need a culture of people that support each other. So if you were to give your avatar this bad thing that you want to niche and get rid of, you have a ton of people around you that are going to support you on everything and support you on healthy behaviors to eliminate that bad behavior, bad habit, whatever it may be. But what labels can you see in your life that you can clean up the clutter? Well, what type of labels can we just expunge? Again, if you're not diagnosed with something, do you have it? I could have cancer right now. I could have had cancer for the last 5 to 8 years. My mom, she had cancer when I was 8 years old. She was 2 to 3 years into her cancer career. And the doctor looked her right in the face and was like, hey, you've had cancer for about 8 years. And she was terrified. She was like, I have an 8-year-old son. Should I bring him in and get tested or whatever? And they're like, no, yeah, he's fine, or whatever. But maybe I'm not. But that means she was walking around 8 years, or and she was diagnosed 3 years before that. So that means 5 years in the beginning aspect of her having cancer. 5 years she had no idea. So did she actually really have it until she was diagnosed? Don't know. What cancers are in your life? And do you know that you have cancers? The toxic people, the people that are giving you shitty information and are dictating, convincing you to give up on your dreams, convincing you to rest and be comfortable and not like live a fulfilled life. Does this sound familiar? Maybe you don't know that these people are toxic. It's your bestie. So you're a ride and die person. You're hanging out with nonstop. You're just loving life. And then boom, like, I'm struggling financially. That person, my bestie, is in a relationship. I'm not. I'm having countless of one night stands, but I don't have anyone to go to. I can't hang out with my bestie all the time because they're on dates and I'm not. They are moving up in their career, I'm not. Whatever it may be. You know, like, so you're not painting the picture. You're not understanding that because you're labeling your bestie as your bestie. So it's the best person, right? Again, words are powerful. Best is an actual power word. And power words are massively impactful to what goes on in your brain. It's a sales tactic, marketing tactic, power, love, all these types of things because it influences us to do something. And it influences, it's a great label that entices human behavior. So you label a friend of yours as a bestie, boom, they can never do you no harm. And they're actually telling you to be unhealthy. They have a faster metabolism and they actually exercise, but you don't. You never got into it. So they're healthy, or they just appear to be healthy. They have a better body and they have a stronger physique because they work out, and you just don't do that. So like, you're getting convinced all of these bad behaviors, and you're labeling that as bestie. Like so you're clouding your mind, you're brainwashing your mind, and you're not actually physically seeing the bad. The label, you need to cut out the labels. You need to figure out what labels are in your life. Maybe it's not an actual physical label that you're using. It's just an association, which is what I would consider a label. No matter what, you have to put a label on it. You have to fit. I mean, and that would actually help you. Going back to my original example about creating a bad habit or bad behavior that's in your life that you want to change, make that an avatar and put a label on it. Hey, I haven't confronted this part of my life that I don't like. Boom, you're the ding dong. Whatever you don't like. I like to be comical, so ding dongs. Like, I don't want to be called a ding dong. Don't call me a ding dong. Don't label me a ding dong because I like it. I mean, I'm gonna call other things ding dongs that I don't like. Things that I want to change. So labels are massive. I mean, again, so we have people that are gonna be labeled with mental illness that's never been to a psychiatrist therapy. And then they're going to just believe it. And do you ever believe that when someone is told something for a long period of time, that they actually start to live or act within that scope of a label? If I'm told I'm a piece of shit my whole entire life and I start to believe it, don't you think that I will actually be cynical and a piece of shit? Like, what defines a piece of shit? That's a label too. Gotta define that. But I mean, I actually believe that we all have mental illness, and there's some people that, and we just have different ways of coping it. And at the end of the day, there's some people that need help, like all the time. Like we need help, and that's why we need a positive culture on helping everyone. Because some people that don't have the ability to go out and seek help, we need to drown out all the shitty noise, so they have no way to turn other than positivity, reinforcement, good reinforcements. I think we all are. That's why I don't think we should label mental health or mental illnesses, because I think we all have it. And no matter what, I think we all have it on some sort of platform. Some of us know how to cope with the symptoms. Others are on the fence. They do, but they can be influenced very easily. And there's different things that can critique our certain levels. And that's health, people around us, exercise or lack of getting sun, lack of getting sun, sleep or lack of getting sleep. So it could take someone that's naturally born being able to cope or handle the symptoms on their own, but if they have a shitty diet, boom, that just destroys that ability. And again, people are running away from the mental illness. Again, if we just all assume that we all had it, and we would be able to easily speak about this. And people are nervous and scared about saying that they go to therapy. Like, we should be celebrating that. Great. I think we all should need therapy. The idea to be able to go to someone and sit down and talk to a clean slate, where I can bring up names, places, things, everything in my life to someone that has no judgment and no knowledge about any of those people, those things and everything like that. You should be able to dump and unload a bunch of stuff on someone and just walk out. Like, I think that's fantastic. Like, how can you deny that? Because you get a perspective, you get another set of eyes on things that doesn't know anyone, doesn't know anything that you're talking about. They're literally just listening to you and seeing how you react and how you handle it, and they're giving you a perception on yourself, which is great. I mean, yeah, dump a bunch of money to get that. Like, we need that. But we label therapy as a bad thing. So people are scared and nervous and they don't actually ever go to that. Or I needing help. That sounds weak. So people are afraid of doing it. You're a man and you have to suppress it, right? Because that's not a manly thing. It's stupid. Label. We got to cut the labels out. And how we cut the labels out is being educated and having an open mind. Once you start to explore education and understand that everyone sees this world, there's 7.7 billion, give or take, people on this world. And we all see the world in a different way. And once you understand that, then so be it. I used to work in retail and I used to manage, and this could be anything, but this is just an example from life experience. I used to tell all my employees, like, you have no idea what that person is going through when they're coming in. So handle it accordingly. Someone can come in and be pissed about their bill, 25-cent increase from last month. Okay. So there's pissed off, they're bitching at you, they're yelling, screaming. To counteract that with anger and hate or shut down is terrible, because you have no idea what they're going through. What's always gratitude, happiness, kill them with kindness. You ever hear of that? I do that, and literally they start to calm down. And I don't know how many times they're like, yeah, I just lost my job, or all this other bullshit, right? Like, you have no idea what their story is. You have no idea the trouble, the issues, and all that stuff that they're going through, or how they're handling it. It might not even be that, like, it doesn't matter, because we all handle things different. It doesn't matter the severity of the situation. A nail breaking, or a hangnail, someone can treat that as losing their job or going bankrupt, compared to someone that is millions of dollars in debt. Like, we all handle things differently, but you are not the judge of how someone's handling it, because that's how they handle it. And how we improve how we do handle things is education, how we read, connecting with better people, getting a different understanding of perceptions and the way that people see things. That drastically improves everything. Because then you'll start to connect with high-level thinking people, and then you'll start to understand different ways to look at it. It'll open up your mind to perceptions. And it'll eliminate these labelings. Or maybe you change the way you label. Who knows? Maybe it gets worse. No, we get better. Nothing gets better. Because there's not a single person that is continuously working on themselves and being elevated, getting themselves to be elevated in life. They never not want to help out. I mean, they want to make money at the end of the day. So sales, no matter what, if done right, is nothing but service. How can I serve people? How can I help people? That's all it is. Charity, giving back, and the byproduct is making money. Think and Grow Rich. Read that book. But what labels are plaguing you in your life? What labels that you don't know about in your life that you need to confront? And answer me this question. If you don't have, I can talk. If you don't have cancer, or if you are not diagnosed with cancer, do you have cancer? If you are not diagnosed with bipolar, do you have bipolar? If you are labeled an idiot, are you an idiot? It goes on and on. What are you not labeling, and what is being labeled? I want to know. Let me know. Hopefully this helps. Let me know your feedback. I talked about a lot of controversial things. I want to know what your thoughts are behind that. Go again. We need to make you indestructible. Change the mind, we change the world. 2022 is the year we're quitting our bullshit out, and labeling is part of that. Cleaning out the clutter. Almost forgot. We got to write down our goals. Make sure we do that. Sunday is the cleaning up the clutter day. Cleaning up the clutter. My name is Joe Delgado. Thank you for tuning in. And always be great.